Dear friends, welcome back. I'm going to take a look at this machine on the Vulnhub in this video, which is board challenges. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download it if you want. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch into the Kali Linux VM. The first thing for us to do is to identify the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to using as always would be netdiscover. Netdiscover, and with the option of I to specify the interface, which is used to send packets for the purpose of the IP address discovery. And now we can press enter and provide the password of my own machine. As you can see, the IP address of the target could be identified as 252. The next thing for us to do is to identify the port number or a live port number. The tool I'd like to use is a map. Of course, a map is so powerful. To save time, I've already done that earlier. And for now, we just get out the result of this map scanning. As you can see over here, I used the option like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and followed by the -p- to do the comprehensive scan. And then the uppercase PN not to do the live testing. Of course, this case, this option is not very useful or necessary. And the option of ON to specify the file name, which we can save the result into this file. Okay. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has several open ports, but the most two important port number are 22 and 80. 22 is running SSH service or secure shell service, and also the version number, although this version is not very updated. We cannot find any workable vulnerability except the username immersion vulnerability. This is not what we are looking for at this moment or this point. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information, which is Apache 2. So what we are going to do next is to do immersion with HTTP service, both manually and automatically. Let's launch our browser and open up this tab and put the IP address of the target into the address bar. Press enter. Yeah, we got the page back from the target. And here's some links like main, the login, contact us. And also we can check the source code of this page, which doesn't reveal anything important here. And next we can check whether this site has robots file. Robots file. Press enter. Not found. So next maybe I can use Nicto to do the automatic immersion. When we deal with the web application, Nicto always should be the first to use, because it can review a lot of information about the web application. For example, like header information, sometimes even the local, not local, the exploits with the web application, and also the common files or directories. In this case, nothing interesting we can get from Nicto. Next, we can use GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. I'd like to autocomplete this command. Yeah, although the GoBuster can discover the following directories or files, however, such files or directories have been found during the manual enumeration stage. So I will not wait for this to be finished over to save time of this video. So now I'd like to quit. So next, I think we need to make furthermore manual enumeration. For example, like login, because always this should be the vector or attack surface, right? Possibly. And we can try, first of all, we need to try if the target has weak credential vulnerability, and we can use a domain as username, and password is also a domain. Let's submit query. Nothing returned, or we can say it's not successful. And we can try to use the login bypass technique. For example, like a domain single quote followed by or 1 is equal 1, because in all cases this should be true. The result should be true. This logical expression, okay, and followed by the dash to comment. So the password, submit. We have error. Okay, maybe I need to do it again. Or password, submit. Not successful. However, because the target has returned the error, even the detailed error information. So I think from this returned message, we can deduce that the target, especially this page, has SQL injection vulnerability. To test this, we can use the SQLMAP utility to do the automatic testing. Okay, and let me show you. Next, we can turn the proxy to Burp Suite and then launch our Burp Suite. Click Next, Start Burp Suite. Make sure the proxy module, the intercept option is on. And now we can put some random information like the domain and also passwords for the password field. As you can see, we got the request by the Burp Suite. Then we can save this request to a file, and we can use the file name Rick text. Save. And now we can go back to the terminal. Then we can launch SQLMAP with option of R to specify the request. And let's press enter, because I have already run it earlier. So this process this time would be done very quickly. Anyway, the SQLMAP can confirm the target has SQL injection vulnerability, even identify the backend database is MySQL or DBMS. Next, so what do we have to do next? Normally, we need to retrieve the information. For example, like databases information, we can use the -- DBS. Let's press enter. As you can see, there are 3 databases on the target available. And this one is what we are looking for. We need to retrieve the information of this database. So we can use uppercase D or capital D to specify the database name. And we want to know how many tables with this database, the user database. Only one table, with this database. So now we can use uppercase T to specify the table name, and we can dump all data within this table, within this user table. As you can see, only one entry in this table, and the username and also the password. Of course, this is not, I think this is not actual password, totally not helpful password. Also, even this is not a typical password for the SSH. To save time, I will not try. So next, what are we going to do? After all, the objective here for us is to get initial for the hold or get the shell on the target. And let me show you a couple of methods to do that. And some of them will not work. But as you know, I'd like to show you the techniques as many as possible. If this technique demonstrated in this video will not work, however, will be possibly working with another machine. So this is the value of the practicing, right? So how to do? We can use the option of the OS shell. If you don't know how to specify the SQLMAP, we can use the SQLMAP with the option of AHH to display all options available with this utility. For example, like techniques, detection, the injection, and also like immersion. And we have already used this option, right? And the tables, also the columns if you want, schema, and the file system access, like a file read, file write. Okay, so you can get all of required information to configure SQLMAP. And we go back to this tab. Let's press enter. Yeah, which web application language does the web server support? I think we can leave it to default one. Do you want SQLMAP to further try to provoke the full path disclosure? Okay, do it. And common locations. I think we just use the common locations because so far we didn't know any other locations or directories, right? So for now, we just select the first option. However, no shell is retrieved by the SQLMAP. In other words, this way or this technique cannot work for this machine or for this case. Next, I'd like to show you another way. I think I have already displayed this one. We can write the file with the option of the file write. And to do that, we can use, first of all, we need to got the reverse shell file ready. We can copy from my toSets directory. And then we need to change this attacking machine IP address. Write and quit. So for now, we just use SQLMAP and with option of R to specify the request file. And then we can use the option of file dest to specify the absolute path of the file which we want to save on the target. And in this case, we can use this one. We can call it shell and the file write. The local file would be shell PHP. Okay. Let's press enter. Do you want confirmation? Yeah, of course, I want to confirm the file has been successfully written on the target. Yeah, I want. However, yeah, it looks like the file has not been written. So, some cases we can use these two techniques to get the shell with SQLMAP. However, both failed for this machine. And the next, I think we need to try to use the manual way to write the web shell. So how to do? You can get the help from this website, from the GitHub. And here give you the instruction, load the file. We can use the union select and also the write file into out file. So I'd like to use this example to upload the web shell, okay, into file. I already made a copy. Yeah, maybe I come back. Yeah, as you can see here, and I can use this. I try to use this SQL query to put into the user field, and maybe I can turn off the proxy because I do not need it anymore. Submit. I need to forward, and now we need to see whether our file has been written onto the target. Yeah, no error. Next, we can pass the parameter cmd to run command. However, not successful. I think we do not write the file or the content into this file. So maybe you also encounter similar problems. The important point I'd like to tell you is that we need to put the comment, at the end, like dash dash or this, so we can do it again. Maybe I can use another different file name. Now we go back, we can put it in here, password, submit, and now we can set up the listener first. Now we can access our web shell. PHP, no error. Then we can pass the argument ID. As you can see, this time we can execute command properly, which is wonderful. So next we try to get the reverse shell. How to do? The easiest way is to run netcat. So we need to check the availability of the netcat on the target. It's there. So next we can, of course, the listener has been set up. So we go back to the browser. We can use netcat, option of E, specify the shell, and followed by the IP address of the Kali Linux and the port number. Press enter. It looks like it's working. As you can see, we got the collection from the target. And this one is not a good one. We need to spawn the bash session. The Python 2 is there. And pty spawn. Double quotes. No error. And then we can go to the home directory to make local immersion, because we want to elevate our privilege. And also we need to know the architecture and the kernel information. Yeah, very old kernel. So it must have some local exploits. And we can, maybe we can upload the linear shell script to do the automatic enumeration. And I've already got this shell script, batch shell script ready. So for now, we need to upload this file onto the target. There will be several ways to do. However, the easiest way and the most convenient way is to set up the web server by Python http.server module. Now we go back to the target shell. We can use wget to upload linears. And then we can change mode to run this shell script, and then we can run it. During stage of the local enumeration, or sorry, maybe more correct term would be privilege escalation. In most cases, we need to use this script, linear shell script, because it can do a lot of enumeration automatically. For example, like user name information, the process information, the cron job information, and also like capabilities information. Very redundant information. Okay, it's done. Now we can scroll back to see whether we can find the vectors which can help us to escalate our privilege. Although a lot of outputs, okay, there's some local exploits like dirty cow. Yeah, here, dirty cow 2. So I mentioned in the other videos, if you have already followed my channel, if the linear shell script shows us a lot of possible local exploits, before we try to use the local exploit to make escalation, we can try to use Metasploit to do the automatic escalation. To do that, of course, we can, first of all, we need to generate the payload with MSF Vulnhub. And I'd like to autocomplete this command. It's done. Then we can upload this payload. In the meantime, we can launch our Metasploit console. We can upload the payload or executable. It's done, and we need to make it executable, and then we can run this payload. However, before we press enter, we need to set up a handler first, and we can use exploit multi-handler, and we need to set the payload. The payload should be the same as this one when we create the payload with MS Vulnhub. And then we can show options. We need to set the local host to our Kali Linux, and we need to set the local port number. This local port number must be same as this one when we create the payload, which is 888. And let's run it. The reverse TCP handler has started properly. Now we can run this payload. As you can see, we got the Metasploit session, and we can background this Metasploit session by pressing keys on the keyboard. the control, and the Z. And now we can search the suggester module, and then we can use this module. Maybe it's time to update my Metasploit. And then we can, of course, this is another thing. And we can set the session to 1, and then we can run it. And this module, this post exploitation module, the suggester module will try to collect local exploits from the target, because we have already, of course, this job is done by the payload, what we have uploaded just now. Afterwards, this module will do the check to see whether the discovered exploits is workable or not, possibly. As you can see, 188 exploit checks are being tried. Running check method. The target appears to be vulnerable. Okay, it's done. Only 2 exploits or modules have been found by this module, by the suggester. We can copy. I do not want to try this one. We can use, and we can paste in here, and then we can show options. Again, set localhost to our Kali Linux, and then set local port number. This time should be different port number or available port number on the Kali Linux. Set such number 1. We can run it. The target appears to be vulnerable. Launching exploit. It looks like it's working, right? It's writing the payload or something into the target. However, no session was created. So it means that Metasploit, this work cannot work for us. So we can exit from the Metasploit console. So now it's time to escalate privilege by manually exploiting the local exploits or vulnerabilities. But I need to get the shell again. Five. Press enter. We can spawn the bash session. Just repeat the steps we have already done. Okay, and now we can, we can, oh, not this one. So where is my terminal? Interesting. Not this one. What's happening here? Where is my... Interesting. Not this one. Where is my terminal? Very weird. Where is my terminal? Very weird. Okay, here, come back. So we can scroll up to find the dirty cow, because earlier we have already noticed this exploit, right? Dirty cow 2. So you can, copy this link and download. Maybe I've already downloaded it already. Yeah, this one. So we can copy, or not copy, we need to upload this exploit to the target. And so how to do? We need to navigate to temp directory and use wget to upload. And we can copy the file name and paste in here. Next, we need to compile it. So how to do? We can cut out this file. Usually, there will be instruction on how to make compilation. Yeah, this one, we can copy this command. Yeah, I've already made a copy. So now we just copy from my notebook, and we can output to exploit, and the file name. It's done. Then we can run this exploit. Yeah, we need to enter the new password. For example, very simple password 123. Yeah, it's done. The dirty cow exploit will help us to create a new user, the 5FAT, and this new user has privilege of super user root. Okay, so now we can use SSH fire FAT followed by the IP address of the target. Press enter. However, you will get the error, no matching host key type found. You may encounter such a problem, and you can use Google to make some research. We need to, by some researching, you can research. This problem can be sorted out by this option, by adding this option. Okay, and the password is 123. It's done. Then we can navigate to root directory. We do not have to retrieve the root flag, right? We can cut out this one to see what it's about. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.